Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Property Roundtable with myself, Harvey and Rama, bringing value to your journey of buying and selling a property in Singapore, especially in the landed market, because this is what this podcast and YouTube channel is focused on. And Rama, what are we going to talk about today?
Today is the time of the year, bro. We got to talk about the scorecard.
Christmas. No, okay. Okay.
Although it's not going to be the full year, we're going to do the first 3 quarters.
Yeah.
So yes, scorecard.
I think how we generally feel on the market on the ground this year is that it's been relatively vibrant. I think in terms of inquiries is there. Not just the landed market, I think generally across the market. Some new launches did super well. Selling over 90% on day one of launch. So happy for those who have decided that that is the forever home or forever investing in homes. So good for those. And for the landed segment, we barely have any like new stuff, but we did mention before in our our videos a few months ago that there was some new stock, but even then those have been almost sold out already.
Yes, that's right.
So
as a matter of fact, you're right. As the year is coming to an end, it's slowly getting grabbed up one by one, you know. And then importantly, if you're an agent watching us, right, if you think this year has been a terrible year for you, I think you have been doing the wrong thing. Because those who are doing new launch, at least they're happy in the third quarter and the last quarter got something, you know, the new launch has been doing well. But apart from that, like what Harvey has been saying, the landed property market has been pretty active as well, because we're going to see the numbers today, year on year compared to last year. You are going to be shocked.
So this year is a roller coaster year. There were pretty good, there were pretty good highs and probably some lows, but generally in a good market, right? S&P has found a new record pricing. A lot of AI stocks have been doing super well. I think the investors have been happy. I think crypto, Bitcoin found its new high. Obviously, it's given back some gains, but still a good year generally. But for those who have traded out. So typically, we will approach the market with a few things. We look at price and we look at volume per se, right? So today, we're just going to touch on these two because somewhere in January, when we have a full snapshot, right, we'll give a more thorough one. But why do we need to take stock at this time? It's in preparation for those people who are planning on whether to buy or sell right from the get-go, first Q next year. We are helping you to prepare for it, and should need be, we'll be the ones to help you to execute.
So if you're on a holiday and watching this episode is for you.
Yes. Okay, so typically for all real estate data, we look on quarter to quarter. So this year for the first quarter, right, it was, I would say, just a small increase, 0.4%. Quarter on quarter compared to fourth Q. First Q was 0.4. I think that was really just it's just normalized. It means you come out through the year, you're just getting some deals done. And typically 1Q is a bit slow, not Chinese New Year, whatever, right? So a bit slower. But 2Q was quite stellar. It was 2.2%.
2.2%.
Q on Q increase for the property price index for the landed segment itself.
So that's 2024 Q2 to 2024 Q5, comparing these 2 quarters, right?
Correct. So if you add Q1 and Q2 together, it's about 2.6% increase, which is okay lah. I would say, since people like to talk about hedging against inflation, I think it would have done its job, right? So
that's about the number.
Asset prices have gone up, right? About that percent. Third Q though was about 1.4%. Third Q on 2Q, it went up by about 1.4%. So if you calculate these numbers together, you'll find that full year thus far, right, the landed property price index has gone up by 4%.
3 quarters, sorry.
So 4%, it's something, I think last year when we did a prediction, we said that this year will be a relatively smooth year, but it wouldn't see the previous highs. It wouldn't see numbers like we've seen before in the last 2 years. So given that there's only a little bit of time left for December, we believe that this year will probably end maybe about 5%.
Or I think less. So too.
Okay, so that's on a price index basis.
That's right.
So on the ground, Rama, do you find people adjusting to new pricing being the reason why property price index has gone up?
Price index going up in the landed property, this prediction has been spoken about in this channel for the longest time, bro. And we all have collectively agreed that it will go up, but we don't discuss by how much. And this episode is something that tells you by how much it has gone up, right? To be honest, everyone who's watching this channel, that includes buyers, sellers, agents as well.
Yes.
So everyone's talking about what's happening in the market right now. And like I always say, the same old topic of apple to apple, you know. You see the PSF of new launches is crazy, bro, crazy. Okay. So naturally, this becomes an easy choice. No matter how many times I repeat that, the facts remains the same. Okay. So naturally, the price going up is a given. It's normal.
So, you do agree that there's some acceptance towards the price point set by the resale sellers in the landed market?
Yes, but again, you are right, okay? But the thing is, they also need to know what their product is. Okay, that's not just PSF that when it comes to a sale. There's still the product itself.
Yes.
There's so many other qualities in the product, things to think about. So not only the PSF, makes up the price.
Yes.
It's a lot of other things. So if those things don't add up,
Yeah.
then the PSF to come down. No choice.
Correct.
Yeah.
So, by saying that, what we are saying is that when we look at numbers, you look at like price increase, right? It's not like applicable across the whole island.
Yep.
But generally, I think all the landed property prices have gone up.
Yep.
And of course, there's some underperforming ones that we feel that might catch up. But that's something that we've shared with a lot of our clients on an exclusive basis when they deal with us, our predictions at where and places that we feel that there's a potential for a higher price gain. But thus far, it's about 4% this year.
That's right.
Now, 4% made up of how many transactions? Now, in 2024, right?
Yep.
From the first quarter until the third quarter, right?
Yep.
A total of 1,423 units were transacted. So I just round it up a bit. It's like 1,430. This year, so far for the first 3 quarters, right?
You want to
the
guess?
number is higher or lower?
I mean, I already know the number, bro.
Okay, there were actually more transactions this year. It's
Yes.
1,567.
Yes.
So I just round it up a bit.
Yeah.
1,570. So if you look at these two, the difference is about 140 units
That's right,
thereabouts.
yeah.
So 140 units, right, in an average year, right, forms maybe about 1%, no, 10% of the maybe
Total pool. Yeah.
around it. Because usually we have about, the last few years, the volume is about 1.3 to 1.5.
Yeah, but this year it may change. It may become like a 5% increase. I mean, we won't know this year. Maybe next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, then it'll be like that.
Yeah. So thus far, if you look at the 3 quarters added together, right, there were actually more transactions done.
Yes.
And one fun nugget to note though is that in quarter 2, right,
Yep.
there was a huge injection in terms of the high-end luxury market.
GCBs.
Yeah, the good class bungalows carried all the little boys and girls in the landed segment up by contributing 300 million to the total volume, the quantum volume of the sales in the market. Now, when people usually make big moves when they have a very positive outlook towards holding this, because people don't buy real estate to flip it within 3 months.
Yep.
They buy a property to have a very long perspective. And as mentioned before, the new seller stamp duty period is 4 years. And given that it's 4 years, right, it's very logical that whoever buys something will hold it beyond 4 years.
That's right.
So about 5 and onwards. So given that it did boost the market a little bit. Now, the average median pricing so far in this year, right, is $1,869 per square foot. Last year, in the first 3 quarters, right, the median price point was also quite similar. It was around 1,755.
Yep.
So we did see close to about $150 increase in the median price. But again, tricky, like what Rama said, it depends on your product also. So, but as a blended basket of price points, right, the per square foot on the land itself has gone up.
Yep.
So, Rama, why do you think the per square foot on the land has gone up?
Per square foot on a land has gone up. I mean, it's the same thing that you asked me earlier on, right? As the year goes by, we can see the price index going up. So naturally, it has to follow the price index. So it's a given that the PSF would go up.
Yeah.
But again, suffice to say, like what Harvey said earlier on, it also depends on a lot of other factors.
Yes.
Okay. But the very interesting thing that I noted, right, apart from the price index, the volume. Okay, in 2024, although the first 3 quarters was 1,430, which you said around there, the year ended with about lesser than 2,000, I guess.
Yeah, lesser than 2,000.
So for this year, we are already at 1,500 plus 70.
Yes.
You think we will beat the 2,000 mark?
I think if we break down the numbers, right, it is likely so. Because in the first Q, right, this year we had about 490 something transactions, close to 500.
Yep.
In the second quarter, we also had 511 units sold, which is around 500.
Yep.
If you look at the third Q, right, it's 558. Which is closer, it's creeping towards almost like 600 units. So if you look at the current numbers, which we have some data but we won't share, but there is a likelihood, a very high likelihood that this year will end with above 2,000 transactions in the landed market.
Yep. This was a discussion me and Avi were having before the show started. I do think it will cross the 2,000, but there's just a small percentage. We might be so close to 2,000, but never close to 2,000. But I think we will. Yeah, and this will be the first year it has crossed 2,000.
Yeah, this will be the first year in the last few years it's crossed 2,000.
Yep.
In the record year that we saw post-COVID, right, it was around 3,000 plus units. But if we add another 2,000 units to the original, the bumper year where we had 3,000 plus, right, that means close to 5,000 plus units.
MOP, No, sorry, not MOP. SSD is over.
All right. Like say 5,000 plus units, their SSD is over. Will they come back into the market? Possible.
Yeah.
Because in our dealings with our clients and in our dealings with the sellers and in our conversations with our clients and in our data that we share with our viewers in terms of the profile of the clients that we have, they are not going to be there forever. They are going to use that as a springboard to go on to the next property in future.
So basically, if you go back to these units, right, that were transacted 4-5 years ago, and if you, I'm not sure we started that many years back, but if we were to go and get the details and the data on a year-on-year, how many percentage point has increased, and we add them all together, and from the purchase price, we put up this addition and see what that price would be today. I think it would match up. I think we should do an episode on that one.
Definitely. And now, given that the scorecard shows one is that the median price points have increased. Two, the volume this year will outstrip last year, very likelihood. And what are the factors do you think that we had already pointed out at the start of the year that we believe that this year will be a better year? We talked about, until like Sian already talk about interest rates coming off. Now, do you know that interest rates now on a fixed basis, right? It's about 1.3+% across 2 years or 3 years, depending on the quantum of your loan. I mean, you can go and negotiate with your bank or work with your mortgage broker, and if they cannot do a good job, you can look for us. But that being said, that's a relatively low number compared to 2023, where we saw interest rates going up as high as 4%. So this 3 percentage basis points, right, is quite significant if you have a quantum of your loan above like 1.5, 2 million, 2.5, 3 million. I think all these run up to the thousands in terms of like interest. So,
and I think that also adds up to the reason why the volume has gone up as well. I mean, it's a very natural thing because if you can lock in for a certain number of years, at least they know where they stand for the next few years.
Correct. So one of the tips that we actually share with our clients these days is like, okay, if your quantum is a bit on the high side for your loan, right? Maybe having a fixed package may not be a bad thing. Although there is potential for the interest rates to go lower if you float it, right? But the moment it swings up, and nowadays the using SORA is always 90-day rolling, backdated. So I think when interest rates move, every quarter you might be doing some refreshing of your rates. And if you're not someone that's good with like, I can deploy more this month or less. You just want to know that the number in your head is forever the same, right? Then you can go for the fix.
And the other thing is the long option thing, bro. I think we will definitely cross the 2,000 mark if there was not many long options.
Okay.
Because most of the long options will only be exercised next year.
Correct. but also got those that
from last year to this year.
Actually, we do have quite a number of deals that we did for our clients that currently was already signed, but has not been exercised, and they are ready to be exercised in 2026. This is way above board, because this is a willing seller, willing buyer situation where the option period is being negotiated in exchange for a higher option fee.
Absolutely.
I think that is likely, that means in reality, right, every quarter is not the end. There's always some other deals that are already done for next year. So we are always on a rolling transaction volume.
That's right.
So Now with this data, right, what we also wanted to reach out to the sellers is that even if we were to say that landed market has gone up by quite a lot, and we've had a lot of viewers ask us, hey, Harvey, Rama, the land price have gone up so far already. You think still can go up, man? I think we started in 2022. 2023, 24. Yeah, 2023. Every year, our clients also ask us, I think in our first very early part of this channel, if you go and watch all the way to the back, right, you'll realize that at that time the median prices in Singapore was about 1,400 plus, 1,500 per square foot on the land. Same, got good product, bad product, put all together, right? Then it's around there.
Yeah.
But now, we fast forward to 2025, we are already looking at median prices of about 1,800 plus across detached, semi-D and terrace combined.
Yep.
So that is quite a significant jump. So instead of always asking people, do you think that we will make the move, right? Do you think you should make the move? Rama, what do you think is that one advice you can give someone given all this data?
I mean, at the end of the day, data is the only thing that you should be looking at, okay, in order to gauge whether the median price index is going upwards. And like what you already said, looking from the history to date, it has been a very gradual increase. And I would say it is not those spike one, no, like suddenly went up very fast. It's been really gradual. So I think it's a very healthy sign, healthy increase. So it will only continue because it's a healthy increase. Okay, because if it is not healthy, if it's very spiky, right, then there can be differences over the years. But to me, I feel it's really gradual.
Yeah. Just to give you one more bonus tip, out of all these transactions that happen in the first 3 quarters, right, who do you think are the top 3 districts that by volume?
Obviously, our 19 is there lah.
Okay, Rama is spot on.
Yeah.
19 is number 1 in terms of volume lah. What do you think is the second?
This one would have changed lah. Did 15 come true?
Yes.
It came true?
15 is on the second. Now, who is the third? Do you guess?
Wow.
Never mind, bro. You can just guess. It's okay.
Wow. I would think it's 13 lah.
Okay, isn't actually the third on the list, right?
Yeah.
That's why it's actually you'll be surprised. It's actually District 28.
And District 10 also did pretty well.
District 28 is where, like Seletar area,
Wow.
you know that area. Because I think there's some new
This
projects.
one another topic. Wait, we don't have enough topic already. Yeah.
Okay, but this one we got. I feel like giving ourselves a pat on the back. We talked about District 16 before many times, and this year we've seen that in the first 3 quarters, right, the District 16 actually sits in the number 4 position.
Not bad, man.
From last time, it's like very far behind, man. So now it's should give a pat on the back.
Yep.
And I sure got 2 customers who were sure scold me, man. I mean, can you stop talking about District 16? I haven't buy. I want to buy. And
Nice.
in a not near future, maybe I'll also be moving there.
Maybe,
I think that is some nuggets of information for you.
Yep.
For myself, I feel that 2025 has been a very challenging year actually.
Challenging year in terms of...
No, I think this year has been challenging for a landed market because everyone seems to be unable to price their property correctly. The negotiation processes have been relatively longer. And because I think everybody started at a price that was very high, they expected the price to continue to move up a certain way, but now they've moderated their asking.
Yep.
That's why some of these deals were done.
Yep.
So I think this year, when we represented buyers, it was quite tricky. I think we have really had to go back and forth a number of times before we got the deal sealed. But again, congrats to one of our clients who also sold their property just like this week. So congrats. Thank you for supporting us.
Yep.
And moving forward, whether we see 2026 as a potential for you to enter and exit, right? That we will cover in another episode.
topic, yeah.
But finally, one last question. We always say we must make a stand. So Rama, given that median pricing, right, is already at 1,800 plus, right? Do you think that there can still be profit to be made when you buy?
Yes.
Okay, why?
So I was thinking Harvey was going to ask me next year, do you think the median index PSF would be higher than 1,800 or not? Which again, to me, the obvious answer is yes. But whether it will cross 2,000 or not. Remember carefully, this is the median PSF, not the PSF of landed property transactions. That 2,000 already crossed long ago already. Whether the median PSF will cross 2,000 next year, I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. It will still be under 2,000.
Yes.
And I think it's only healthy it stays under 2,000.
Yes.
That's good for the market.
Yes.
And that's my stand, bro.
Okay.
That's my,
Maybe I just add in a bit of info. I don't know, maybe some people tired, they don't want to watch to the end, but never mind, we say all the good stuff at the end. Do you know that out of all the transactions that happened in the first 3Q, right? At which PSF did most of the transactions happen within what range of PSF?
For 2025,
Yeah.
I would say the sweet spot, because we've been serving large number of buyers now.
Yeah.
They like this 1,800, which is the median.
Yes.
Which is the median.
Yes.
Okay, I guess it's 1,800 lah.
Okay.
Wrong
bro.
lah.
Again, wrong.
Okay.
You'll be surprised. There's most number of transactions actually occurred between the price range of $2,000 to $2,250.
Wow.
Here, bro.
Wow.
So
That's crazy, man.
You know why? Because if you walk into the terrace market today, right, a lot of people are asking around that per square foot.
Yeah.
And the acceptance of the reality kicks in, right? Then the quantum is palatable, right?
Yeah.
And you work that out into a deal, right? It all lands around here.
So the reason why I said 1,850, right, is because of my conversations with our buyers, right?
Yeah.
Then I asked him, bro, how you do your search? I say, no, bro, very simple. I will never cross the 2,000 mark one. So I always put below 2,000. Then I see the only good things, they end up at this PSF range. So,
Correct. So that will probably sum up our episode for today. Just a few interesting nuggets like which are the top 3 districts next year. We will do the top 10. Which are the percentage that land with the most, the price range we have given the top lah. So we'll see who are the second, third, fourth, and whether is it true that a lot of these deals landed in this per square foot, because you want to make sense and make good reality out of it. So if you like what you watched so far, right, I think what I would like you guys to do, especially the people that watch us all the time, please share our channel and get your friends to subscribe and turn on the notification button, because actually in our channel's history, right, we have made many good calls and we have pointed in the right directions for a lot of people to buy. In fact, most of our clients continue to acquire properties around the 1,000 plus per square foot range because we find value. And from there, right, the tricky part in one of our episodes we will cover very soon, right, is actually what they need to do to that after they buy the house.
Yes.
What can they do? So, thank you and see you in our next episode.